Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. I wanted to talk about this quick. Before we get into the reveal tonight where everything will be officially unveiled, although I guess the question I'm asking in this video probably wouldn't really be revealed to us quite so soon. We'll see if Amatsu drops any hints as to what part 2 is. I mean, we have seen them do that before, right? I remember during the Cooler movie celebration in part 1, he referenced, you can guess what part 2 is. It made it very obvious we were going to be going into the Metal Cooler movie, right? Very obvious. Here, campaign theme, breaking through. So, it's like kind of the Japanese here. Let me actually pull up the tweet, what Goresh said. Hold on. Here we go. So, according to Goresh, it's something along the lines of the celebration is about fierce fights against powerful enemies that break through the future and destiny. Now, Dokkan, in my opinion, a lot of times can get a little bit loose with the theme like this, because if we would take a look at, this is the completed roadmap of the 10th anniversary. They never showed us an image with Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta on here. I mean, but it 2 seconds later, it goes right into the Daima Vegeta reveal, right? This is from that producer's letter. So, I mean, at the last, kind of like EX part, they added the GT Goku and GT Vegeta to the Dragon Ball GT section, right? But, I mean, if you, look at what the theme for the 10th anniversary was, which, actually, I should probably pull that up as well. So, right here we go. Meaning, second to none in the whole world. Second to none in the whole world. And then, I mean, there are, okay. So, Gohan makes sense. Gogeta makes sense. Goku and Frieza, I mean, they do take down Jiren. I could give it to him, right? I think I could give that to them. Banner units, Hercule and Beerus, we could kind of, ignore. Then we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, sure. Vegito, sure. But Evolution Blue Vegeta? I mean, maybe I'm a silly goose, but I don't see how Evolution Blue Vegeta flies into this, right? Goku and Frieza, I could give it to him, right? And we're not talking about which characters deserve to be here or anything. I'm specifically talking about the theme, second to none in the whole world. A lot of these other characters, again, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they were the strongest, right? Goku and Frieza, I mean, together they do overcome Jiren. We could work with that. But Evolution Blue Vegeta, no way. So, they can be a little bit fast and loose with this theme, right? Which, fierce fights against powerful enemies that break through the future and destiny. Which lands me to this point I'm going to make, and we can start talking about this. I really, bro, part 2 to me, I could see as, damn near anything. It seems as though they're making a huge focal point to be kind of the tag and these duos. So, I mean, I don't know if I could think, what would be a major moment? Because remember, this is the worldwide download celebration / global Dokkan celebration. So, for example, I don't think that they would do, Krillin and Gohan against, multiple members of the Ginyu Force or something like that, right? These, we're going to be looking for major characters here. Big form, things like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Namek Super Saiyan Goku, Vegito, Gogeta, right? Only really, kind of stuff like that, end of arc type stuff, I guess is really what we could be looking at. I don't know, though. I'm not super convinced it's just going to be tags together. If they're going to do tags as a big deal, though, I actually forgot to pull them up now that I think about it. But let me just go ahead and grab Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And, I mean, dude, Omega or Baby, it doesn't really matter. Baby needs it bad, but, I mean, I'm just going to pull up Omega here for this. But, these would make sense to me, right? So, just do another Broly. Guys, they could do 5, all the fighting in that movie, they could throw out 500 Brolys, right? Broly. I don't have a problem with that. Like, if they would give us Wrath Broly, and then, I mean, I've got Gogeta here, but really, I guess what I should truly pull up is the LR Gods. We do some sort of tag version of this. This would go over well, I think, right? Like, we've already gotten, I guess, hopefully, what is the worst part of the celebration already out of the way, which is the knowledge that the fusions are just an active skill attack, right? So, I mean, then, like, this shit is popular. Like, people love the God forms. So, like, if they did a tag, God Goku, God Vegeta, I think that'd be a W part 2. I'd be so down for that. And then, I mean, you could do any version of Broly. I don't really care, right? I mean, I don't like Broly and Paragus as a tag, me. Nah, there's no way, right? It would probably just be like a Broly, but I'd be down with that. And then of course this, again, I have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta pulled up, but really I probably should just pull them up. Remember, we could redo the tag with them. This is why the tag from Dokkan themselves perspective is so huge, because now it's just yet another excuse for them to remake all these characters. Now they could do this character. Oh my god, dude. If they did, they could not do Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as just an active skill. Oh my god, it would be... I'd have to get off Twitter. Like, get off Twitter. I'm not looking at my YouTube comments ever, like, if they did that. Because remember, even Legends did Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta for Legends Fest, and they did not fuse, and people were fucking pissed, right, for Legends too, when they didn't fuse. Even though that card was awesome, and they were cool and shit like that, but they didn't fuse. So, it's like, if they're gonna do tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, they do need to fuse. Like, this is not a character you could... This is the character that should be unfumbleable. To me, just based upon everything I've seen, you know, in this kind of, like, unofficial, like, hype rankings, I feel as though I would put this guy as #1 overall. Probably. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, the king of hype in these games, I'm probably going with this guy. Like, this is the... like, break glass character they could throw out is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So, I mean, if we're gonna get part 2 of Omega plus tag Goku and Vegeta, that would become... oh my god, dude. If he was just an active skill attack, though, that would be so bad. This guy, it makes sense. Like, it makes way more... I guess, to be fair, Vegito Blue does kind of make sense as well, right? Vegito Blue as an active skill attack, because he is pretty short. So, like, that you could do. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta you could do. Fusion Zamasu, though, no. They don't defuse. Like, that should not be... whatever. Let's not talk about that. But my point is, I'm totally done with this. Obviously, there's Daima. I mean, I am of the opinion right now that there is no perfect time for Daima. It's just literally the next celebration. When's the perfect time for Daima? Well, obviously GDC Part 2. Okay, it's not Daima. When's the perfect time for Daima? The filler or monthly Dokkan Fest in August. It's not that. When's the perfect time for Daima? Tanabata, of course. Right? Like, literally. That's... At Dokkan already... Even if Dokkan dropped it as Golden Week, they were a little late. Golden Week was now 3 months ago. Like, right? So, no clue. I couldn't tell you. I mean, there's this guy, and then they have Goma as well. They also do have, you have adult and mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I've seen a lot of talk of, like, Tamagamis and, Majin Ku and Do. I do want those to get characters, and I'd love for them to eventually get, like, a tag or something like that. But, I mean, my expectation is the priority, the focus is going to be on these two, right? These are the big characters, from Daima still to release. So, I would be ecstatic if we do. Even, like, mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, to me, is fine. Just get them in, get the new shit in game. Get it in game. I would say this, too. I almost would rather they introduce characters for the first time into the game pretty much as, like, TURs, and then you could do, like, the LR version later, right? So, like, if... let's say, like, mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku just is the August Dokkan Fest. That's totally fine with me. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So there's that. Then we have Saiyan Saga. There's no way Saiyan Saga would go over worse than Vegito who doesn't fuse, right? Could this be part 2? Yeah, I'm sure it could. It's, we could start looking at what are things they have done recently, what haven't they done. Like, dipping into this Goku and Vegeta fight is something they so very, very rarely have done. I won't be shocked. This is gonna show up soon. It should, as a New Year's, Golden Week, maybe Global Dokkan Celebration Part 2. Like, this is gonna show up. Kaioken Goku versus Great Ape Vegeta. It's gonna come at some point. Right here, we do have confirmation that it's a Dokkan Fest and a Carnival, by the way, for Part 1. So that really does open it up that Part 2 could be, non-future, which is kind of the point. The point of this video is I'm exploring if Part 2 is going to be non-future, basically. A lot of people have thrown out, I guess here, we'll get through the rest of these and then we'll talk about it. The other one, of course, I've got here is Namek, right? Just kind of like Final Form Frieza and then like a Kaioken Goku that would transform or something like that. I think even worse than Vegito Blue being inactive would be if they use Super Saiyan Goku as just an active attack. I think that would be, oh my god, they can't, dude, please, no way. No way. Nothing will ever be as bad as Beast because he wasn't even in-game yet. That's the point. There was no Beast Gohan sprite. You couldn't use him. You couldn't fight him. He wasn't in-game yet, right, at all. And they did that. At least with all these other things, though, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Vegito Blue, Namek Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, like, we do have tons of cards of them that exist, right? And then, of course, Final Form Frieza, needs something, right, for sure. And then the last thing we can touch on, I've seen a lot of people talk about this, which would essentially be these two. So just like a tag version of these two as part 2. It's funny. This does really fit. Like, if the big focus is going to be the tags, this does make sense as part 2, right? Like, what's another one where you could think of that, like, the super class part would be tag, and then the villains are tag as well? They turn out power, but I don't even want to get something turn out power in here, man. We've done so much. But, like, maybe Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta versus, like, Jiren and Toppo or something. I don't... Like, if tag is the focus, this makes sense, I think. These two together. I would love for another version of this. This moment, to me, is so, like... I would totally be down with another version of this, so... We'll see. Let me know what you guys think of it. What you guys make of this. Like, do you think it's going to be future? Do we think it's going to be anything? To me, I'm of the position, I'm not really sure what part 2 is going to be. I feel like it could be anything, though. Broly movie, Saiyan Saga, more future, right? Like, I feel like we could see any of that type of stuff. So, let me know what you guys think of the Breaking Through campaign theme. We'll see. It'll probably be a little bit until we find out what part 2 is. Typically, they do let the sales kind of, like, the discounts end, and that, or, like, it'll get very close to the end, and then we'll officially find out. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.